bit of an unusual location today. I'm right by the busy A55 road, which is the main trunk road through North Wales, and I'm on an exploration to find a bridge to nowhere. It's known locally as the Roman Bridge, but we don't know it dates back that far. There are records that date back as far as 1485 for a bridge being here. But this bridge that I'm on today is called Pont Dafydd, and it was built in the 1630s by Bishop Dafydd, which is the Welsh name for David, and he was at St Asaph Cathedral. And this was originally the main road through and to and from St Asaph. It had been a really popular, and still is today, a really popular pilgrimage route. It was very close to Holywell, with the Holy Well of St Winefrede. So back in the day, this would have had foot passengers, horse and carriages perhaps. But in the 60s, when the A55 behind me there was widened, they actually diverted the River Clwyd that actually ran underneath the bridge, and it no longer was needed. However, it still is a footpath, and the farm traffic still use it today, so it still gets a few feet tapping over the cobbles. You'll be able to see the gorgeous cobbles behind me, and these are original. This is a scheduled monument, and it's listed as a really good example of a surviving county bridge with its original paving here. Also, the limestone blocks that make up the bridge here as well have been described as being, the masonry has been faced with an axe, which is really interesting to think about how it was actually made all of those years ago. But not so long ago, Denbighshire Countryside Service, with help from volunteers and funding from CADU, actually did some work here to get rid of some of the vegetation on top of the bridge, underneath it as well, and just clear it a bit, and just to do some restoration work and some little repairs. And it's a really, really nice place to come and visit, not least to just compare it with the A55 behind me and how things have changed so much in such little time. When you think about this being the main road, maybe coming through on horseback or on foot to get from one important place to another, and now we just whiz by from one important place to another on a daily basis, whizzing by, probably not noticing this in the field next to the A55 near St Asaph. And just some final thoughts really, just as I leave the site now, is about the feat of engineering that would have been to be able to divert a river, which is what they did in 1969 when they widened the A55. They actually did this, and you think that's amazing back in the 60s, but that wasn't the first time the River Clwyd had actually been diverted. And it was a long time ago this had happened, back in the 13th century, back when Holywell Castle was being built. It wasn't actually accessible by sea, which was really important to be able to get supplies to the castle and people to the castle, and help, especially if they were being besieged, if they were under attack, to be able to get ships and goods to be able to replenish the people inside the castle. So what they did, this was Edward I who built his English castles in Wales, actually straightened the river, basically canalised it so they'd be able to get ships from the sea down to the castle. Absolutely amazing. If you've enjoyed this little exploration of mine, please do like, follow, share with your friends if you think they might find it interesting, and I will continue to share my little explorations with you as I find them along the way. Thanks, bye-bye.